Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to some more Little Goody Two-Shoes, where I found a scene that isn't really one of the dates, but I thought it was interesting, so let's see what it does. It's rather tricky now that we don't have Eugene's horses. You could lend us a hand, Freya.
Elise!
Oh, Elise, won't you tell Papa to stop before he... Huh? Freya's as strong as I am, believe it or not. Papa, looking rather flustered, aren't you, Freya? Because he makes it sound as if I'm I'd say it's an asset, not a fault, Freya. I'm not that strong anyhow. I must say I'm curious to see that now, lass. Don't pressure her, Heinrich.
Wait, really?
Oh, but even I would like to see how strong she is. Alright. How's this, then? She can lift her father. I can't believe it. Gustav weighs as much as a horse, but look at that. She barely broke a sweat, too. That's my daughter, atta girl, Freya. Papa, not in front of Elise, too. Huh? This is the kind of cheer Kieferberg needs. Truly, I'm tired of hearing about this witch. Okay. Does anything else happen? Nope, that's it. That was cool. Also, Muffy wants food, but I haven't fed her all thing, and the suspicion is quite high, but I'm sure everything will be fine. Be back in a little bit. Okay. Now it's time for the next date. This is me, Freya, at the village inn, so we shall. Pretty sure I saved right before, so it'll be fine. There she is. I'll spend some time with her. Enjoying yourself, are you?
Elise!
Oh, Elise. I'm so glad you're here. I was losing my wits.
Now that you mention
Mrs. Wilma's been giving you a hard time, I wager. I don't want to be mean, but she can be a little pushy. Ill-bred and ungrateful. That's what she is.
Oh,
Elise. I love it when you're mean to people. All of Kieferberg would agree with me, and you know it. Sit now. Let's stop talking about Mrs. Wilma for a moment. You put up with too much of these folks' nonsense, Freya. I don't have much of a choice, the way I see it. Yes, you do, Freya. Folks have always praised me left and right, Elise. I can't help but feel I ought to live up to their expectations. You don't have to live up to anything, you know that.
I know.
You wouldn't understand, Elise. Huh? Daisies truly do suit you best, don't they?
For goodness
You
sake.
keep avoiding the subject, Freya. Not on purpose. Very much is, Freya, or if you're not serious about this. 1 second, my cat probably wants out of my room. Go, you vile creature. If she's gonna be annoying, then I'll just... 1 second, everyone. Let me put the handy-dandy notebook away. Oh, no. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Had to deal with the cat. Anyway, I'm gonna say it very much is Freya. And we'll hope that's the right answer. You know it, I know it.
I know.
I've always been ashamed of what I did, Elise. It's alright, Freya. It's in the past. What did she do? What did she do? Folks kept pitting us against each other when we were children, and I... Oh, Elise, I ought to confess. Huh? The eggs you picked for Mrs. Bertha that day, I broke them. I broke them on purpose. Freya? I'd made a mess of her laundry that day, and I was so afraid I had her give you an earful instead, so she'd forget about me.
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake. I'm so sorry, Elise. I did so many bad things back then. Blaming you for my blunders, getting you in trouble at every chance. telling the townsfolk you weren't capable, so they'd ask for me, and
I see.
I said it's alright, Freya. I didn't understand how I felt back then either, so
For goodness sake.
for goodness sake, I don't hold any of that against you. Then, when you said I was overcompensating,
You know,
I understand, Freya. I know how you feel now, alright?
Elise.
Elise. Things are different now, aren't they? We've been spending more time together, being honest with each other.
Elise!
Oh, Elise. I like being your friend, Freya. Let's put it all behind, and...
Oh, Elise!
Oh no, she's cracking her back. Oh, Elise. Arg.
Oh, it's wonderful!
I love spending time with you, too. I've always wanted to get close to you. But Freya, I can't breathe. Now that we're truly friends, I'm truly so... Oh, I'm so happy. Freya, I ought to have said all this a lot sooner. Gah. Freya, dearie, how are the wreaths coming along? Ah, it's Mrs. Wilma. How are you so strong? Before I go, Elise, I'll be home all afternoon tomorrow. I'll be there. Freya, I'm coming, Mrs. Wilma. For goodness sake. Just look at all of that, the sweat. I think I'd better sit down a moment. Freya heart piece acquired. I think there's only 3 left, including the final one. I assume the rest will be the same, so see you after a huge time jump or something. Okay, I have, like, near maximum suspicion, so I want to see if I, like, answer this wrong. And if we get a different type of game over, might be worth checking out. There you are, lassie, huh? We need to have a word with you, Elise. A word with me, you say? Your cousin's been going about town spreading nonsense, Elise. Such as, why, saying the crows are nothing to fret about, for instance. So just say, what does that matter? And then they'll get mad. It's not as though you folks trust her to know any better than you. Trust her to know any better than you? Well, that's true, Elise. What if the laddies had taken her seriously? What then? Maybe I chose the right one. I meant to choose the wrong one. Alright, well, no, now we're in our maximum suspicion. But that's not all, lass. She's been asking about Apfel's fever, you see. What of it? She wouldn't ask if she didn't have a good reason to. What would you say is a good reason to ask about his illness? She's a worrier, Mr. Ludwig. We all are. No, that won't do, Elise. I'm not convinced here, lass. Oh, no. There's one more thing. Did you know she was asking about the windmill keys? I don't see the harm. She was probably just curious about the crows is all. My, Elise, I'd say that's enough reason to fret, wouldn't you say? I'm not certain I would, Mrs. Elma. Folks didn't take kindly to it, Elise. Alright, I understand. Is that all? Good grief, you can't be reasoned with, lass. Okay, now we have, like, 3 over the maximum suspicion, so we should definitely get an ending or something. This is dangerous. I ought to make certain I bring Rose and Rain to work with me. I don't think there's gonna be time for that. Or I'll have to deal with this every day. Is it a new game over? Does anything happen? There she is. Arg. Forgive us, Elise.
What in the Lord's name?
Let go of me. Are we gonna get burned again?
That's enough!
This is as far as you go, Elise.
Wait!
Wait. You heard him last. We've had it with the likes of you witches.
Elise!
Oh, you're here now. Rosemary.
This is ridiculous!
What's the meaning of this, Father? It's for your own good, Elise. We must put a stop to this before it's too late. Oh, I'm so sorry, Elise.
That's enough!
It's time you confess, Elise.
Out with it!
Confess to what, you... You're a witchery lass. All of Kieferberg knows what you're scheming. We found an effigy in your home, Elise, in Old Hall's bedroom.
You old geezer!
You broke into Granny Hall's bedroom? Your cousin, too. We can't be certain about who she truly is. A witch. Both of them wretched witches.
I am not a witch, you!
We're not witches, you old fool. Only there was a way to be certain, Elise. Mr. Gustav. We need to make certain this stops here, or... Oh, please, please forgive me. I never intended to. Rosemary. Not one more word, folks. Away with the witches.
Out with it!
You can't do this. Mr. Gustav, you of everyone must know this is wrong.
That's enough!
Elise is right, Papa. We can't do this to them.
That's enough.
You're to stay here until dawn, whether you're witches or not.
You old geezer!
You can't leave us here, you old fool.
That's ridiculous!
What exactly is this meant to achieve, Father? Perhaps time will prove them innocent. However, if the witch's torment comes to a halt, we will know they're behind these horrors.
This is ridiculous!
That's ridiculous. It's our only chance to protect Kieferberg, Elise.
Wait!
Wait. Let us hope this all comes to an end tonight. At least this time we're just tied to the tree and didn't become the tree, so...
Out with it!
You fools! Sorry, Elise. This is all because This isn't the time for your self-pitying nonsense, Rosemary. Can't you see where... Oh no. What was that? You've come to me at last. What, my beloved progeny? Ah. Elise. Welp. Yay, achievement. Forsaken, get tried for witchcraft. Wasn't much of a trial, they just kind of put us on a tree. But... Well, that was fun. Now I'll just need to make sure I answer all the questions right so I don't die. See you in a little bit. Okay, back again. Because there's gonna be a spooky Freya in a second. Who doesn't want to see a spooky witch Freya? At least there should be.
That was tiring.
Let's get you out of there and go home. There we go.
Freya.
Freya. The woodland, this grove, it's aching. Freya, your flesh, your blood, your love, all that's rightfully mine, my progeny.
What is this?
If this thing's not Freya, I can give you all that you desire. What are you, my beloved
In
daughter?
the Lord's name?
What are you? Sorry, a little ahead of me. This lass, Freya, is she the one your heart desires? What are you? They're coming. We will meet again. Yeah, and that was that. So, see you another time at a later date. Okay, back to the next date. Meet Freya at her house. We shall. There she is. Well, it's a door, but yes. I'll spend time with her. We can see inside her room. Elise, there you are.
Freya.
You don't have to be so excited each time, Freya. I can't help it. Come in now. There's something I'd like to show you. I've only ever been here once before, I think. Oh, I know it's rather childish. Huh? What is? All these curtains and whatnot. It's like a child's room, I know. You made those yourself, didn't you, Freya? Of course I did. I don't see what's wrong with them. Mrs. Marielle always says I'd best focus on garments, is all. I'd say she's right anyhow. I do too much embroidery, don't I?
For goodness sake.
You make all your dresses, Freya. It's time I make them a little less colorful, isn't it? Mr. Gustav's overalls, too. I remember he made a great deal out of those. We both know she's right, Elise. You seem to think so, that's for certain. She's a proper seamstress, Elise. She knows what she's talking.
For goodness sake.
So are you, Freya.
Elise.
Elise. Why do you think I have a bunch of grapes on my apron? Aren't grapes your favorite? For goodness sake, Freya, it's because of you. I begged Granny Hall to embroider them for me, just so you weren't the only lass in town with a dainty apron.
Shush it, you.
Oh, laugh all you want, you.
Oh, right.
Let me show you what I've been working on, then. What do you think, Elise?
Freya.
Oh, Freya. I thought I'd finally put the silky ribbon to good use. Oh, it's rather dainty. You like it, then? I do like it. You even added some big frills on the straps. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Elise. That said, isn't it rather small for you, Freya? I thought you liked them longer and wider around the waist. This one's for you, silly. Huh? Summer's on its way, isn't it? You need something more cheery. For goodness sake, or thank you, Freya, but I...
You know,
keep making things for me, but... I truly can't help but feel it's...
Elise.
At least that's not... I picked the wrong one again. I'll see you in town, alright? I chose the wrong one, didn't I? Oh... This time, for goodness sake, was the right answer. You gotta say the catchphrase. Anything going on? Apparently the next date is F. And the Grapevine Path. Well, that's good, but I need to make sure this one goes well. Grapevine Path is right next to Elise's house. Interesting. Just gotta run through the alleys again. I'll spend time with her. Show the cool apron. For goodness sake. There you go, making things for me again, Freya. I can stop if you'd like me to, Elise, but this is simply how I don't have anything to give back to you is all. Oh, but you do. Huh? Won't you dance with me on Saturday, Elise? Oh no, the red face again. Oh goodness, there you are, bright red again. You're shameless, Freya. Shameless? You do it on purpose, all these gifts and the things you say. Of course it's on purpose, silly. Let me do these things for you. This is how I express my... I know. Oh, shush, for goodness sake. You're so bad at this, Elise. I'll dance with you all you want on Saturday. Alright, Elise, I'll be looking forward to it. Good grief. Move along now, before you melt into a puddle. Freya. There, we got the strong bond. Actually, isn't the next one the one at the dance? What was that one about the grapevine? Are there dates I'm missing because I'm doing them all too good? That's an interesting thought. No, I still got that one. But I already have... Yeah, there's only one heart left. I thought that was the one where you do the dance, but maybe the dance is its own thing? I can't remember. It's been a while. Well, anyway, see you later when we get to something else new. Okay, everyone, it took a little longer than I was expecting to get to the next date. Like it says, I can go to it right now, actually, but nobody's there, so I think I have to do the whole church thing first. So I'll save that for another episode. So, everyone, If you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.